And now, from Stage 21 at Universal Studios at Universal Orlando Resort, it's total non-stop action wrestling impact.
Wrestling's impact on FOX Sportsnet. This week, the NWA World's Tag Titles are at stake, and the No Limits X Division is in the spotlight with a #1 contenders match and an international six-man tag. Champion. His tag team partner from India, this is Sanjay Dutt. From Bombay, 22-year-old Sanjay Dutt has focused his career on one goal, winning the X Division title that is currently in the possession of Kazarian. And their tag team partner from Guadalajara, Mexico, this is Hector Garza. He's the captain of Team AAA, the promotion from Mexico that's been so successful in our international competitions. The second-generation wrestler, Garza, is the most experienced of the 6 men in this match by far. And hello once again, everyone from ringside, and welcome to the kickoff, the debut of Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling's Impact. It's Mike today, joined by Don West. And Don, here we go.
Mike, it started right off the bat. As you saw, the international team is amazing. Red and Sanjay Dutt went over the ropes, and Hector Garza follows. This international flavor, this international X Division team of Garza, Dutt, and Amazing Red. It's the first time we've seen them together. But Mike, this is going to be a lot of firsts. Like tonight, or today, this week on Impact, it's fantastic.
Top of your screen, you'll notice the Fox graphic as the tilt-a-whirl head scissors from Sanjay Dutt takes down Eric Young. You see the Fox box graphic, the remaining time in the match. Non-title bouts in Impact with a 10-minute time limit. Championship matchups set for 30 minutes. In the event of a time limit draw, we will have a judge render a decision. Amazing Red, Sanjay Dutt, both take down Eric Young, and then both at the same time connect with a dropkick.
Mike, today I wonder how this keep it fair, because it's the first time that they've been out the ring together, but these guys are professionals. I mean, all 3 of these are so good in their respective. Amazing Red, a former X Division champion. Sanjay Dutt, a former X Division #1 contender. Hector Garza, the MVP in all the World X Cups. I mean, this team has got such flavor, but we know Team Canada and their manager Scott D'Amore, they are so good. He put together a team of size, of strength, and of speed. This is going to be an incredible matchup.
More X Division in this week's main event, when 4 men will fight for a shot at the X Division Championship match. We know the identity of 3 of the 4, Chris Sabin, Primetime, and Michael Shane. Who's going to be the 4th? We'll find out later tonight. And how about the ring, Don? The 6-sided ring, the hexagon. So many more options to use high-risk offense. As a matter of fact, the short span between the ring posts allows for more spring off the ropes from the wrestlers. And oh, Amazing Red is taken down by Bobby Roode. Roode, who drops the elbow, comes right back and drops the knee across the chest of Red.
Bobby Roode using his strength. Here's he goes to the pin. No, doesn't quite get it. Bobby Roode, a member that manager Scott D'Amore brought in for the World X Cup, and what a valuable member of Team Canada he's been. He has such strength. He also has agility, but Amazing Red, if he can get loose, this guy can do some death-defying things. It's incredible.
Bobby Roode makes the tag in to the Team Canada captain, Petey Williams. They elevate Red. Oh, man. Petey Williams drove Red face first, hooks the leg, goes for the cover, and gets just a 2 count before Red is able to kick out.
Petey Williams, the most athletic member of Team Canada by far. This guy can do it all. He can go high, he can go low. He is so strong, he's so quick. He's been a great captain for Team Canada.
Think of the 6-sided ring. 6 extra turnbuckles, 2 extra ring posts. It gives you 8 more impact points than a 4-sided ring.
Mike, the ring's also considerably larger, so that gives these guys so much more room inside the ring to move. And I want you to realize that the action that you've seen from the start right here on Impact, the action that you see, you can get every Wednesday on pay-per-view for only $9.95. You don't have to pay $30 or $40 for the pay-per-view. It's only $9.95, and you get action like this every Wednesday.
How about the illegal interference from the outside from Team Canada coach Scott D'Amore on Amazing Red, and now Petey Williams goes right back to the offensive. Williams applies the reverse chin lock.
You can hear the crowd chanting as, of course, Amazing Red and Sanjay Dutt from the USA, and, of course, from AAA Mexico, Hector Garza. But right now, Petey Williams pulling back on the head of Amazing Red, taking the wind right out of him, and then drives the knee into the back.
Don, you talked about the extra space in the 6-sided ring. To me, and from talking to the wrestlers, the advantage goes to the more athletic wrestlers because there's more room to move. You're not as confined in the ring as you are with the 4-sided ring. Attempted a suplex, I believe. Bobby Roode elevates Red, takes him up, pulls him up into the air, and drives him down to the mat.
I'll tell you what, again, using that strength that Bobby Roode is known for. There he goes over and takes a couple cheap shots on Sanjay Dutt and Hector Garza as he goes back for Red and for the pin. Oh, but Garza's right in there to pull him off.
Garza in to make the save for Team International. Think about it. It is Team International. Hector Garza from Mexico. Bombay, India, Sanjay Dutt. An Amazing Red of Puerto Rican descent from Brooklyn, New York. Double team move by Team Canada. Williams and Roode in to take down Red. And now Petey Williams, the captain, turns it over to Showtime Eric Young.
I'll tell you what, Team Canada so close to winning the World X Cup a few weeks ago. This is their chance to show the world how good they really are. Look at the double team. Oh, Amazing Red counters right there and puts Showtime Eric Young right on the mat head first. And now Amazing Red going, using his quickness to make the tag. And here comes Hector Garza with the vengeance.
So important to get the tag into Garza. And Garza on fire.
Oh, the power of Garza.
Tilt-a-whirl slam by Hector Garza. Wait a minute, Bobby Roode in from behind. And sit out powerbomb. Barely got a 1 count that time. Check this out, Sanjay on the top.
Did you see that? Incredible. He caught the Hurricane Rana. Unbelievable, but Showtime Eric Young is right there. Oh, man.
Takes him up with the wheelbarrow and drives him down. Red's into the ring. Red's going to go for the Code Red. Code Red. 1, 2. Oh, broken up by Williams at the last second.
Petey Williams just in time, so quick. I'll tell you what, Amazing Red, Petey Williams, so equal to a lot of things, and Petey Williams just planted Amazing Red.
That's the Canadian Destroyer. The flip pile driver from Petey Williams on Red. Garza in the ring. Garza now elevates him up and over. Wow, what a crash landing that was.
I'll tell you what, total nonstop action wrestling is exactly what it is, and it has been from the start. As what a way to kick off Impact. As you see Sanjay Dutt going high, Bobby Roode's not going to let it happen. That's one thing about it. We call it high risk, and when you do that, this is what can happen. And look at Bobby Roode. Oh, wait a minute. A counter by Sanjay Dutt.
Bobby Roode went for the edge, but it was countered that time by Sanjay. Right? Watch Garza. This could be the tornado. Watch the moonsault.
There he goes.
There he is.
Got it.
Twisting moonsault. Cover. Got him.
The winners of the match, Hector Garza, Amazing Red, and Sanjay Dutt.
Team International scores the win. Wednesday night, the NWA World title was at stake in the first ever King of the Mountain
available every Wednesday, every week, exclusively on pay-per-view, and now it's great to be on Fox Sports.
Think about it, Mike. Think of what we've gotten to see with NWA TNA. We've gotten to see the innovative X division, a division that's not about weight limits. It's about no limits. It's about high-flying, death-defying, athletic moves that you get to see every Wednesday night.
And think about the World Heavyweight title, the NWA Championship with over 50 years of history and tradition. The month of June, we'll be celebrating our 2-year anniversary. Now, let's relive some of the highlights from our first 2 years.
Total non-stop action wrestling 2-year anniversary flashback.
Wait a minute, what is Jeff Jarrett doing? This lack of respect that we've seen this entire evening from Jeff Jarrett is sickening. Whoa, it's Toby Keith. Toby Keith has come to ringside. Is he an entrant? Nobody's making himself an entrant. What is he doing in there? He has no business in there. Right in the face of Jeff Jarrett. What is this? It's Toby Keith. Has Jarrett up? What is this? Toby Keith just suplexed Jeff Jarrett. He should be banned from this broadcast. He has no business. Jarrett has been eliminated.
Next week, see what happened when Survivor's Johnny Fairplay squared off against Chicago Bears linebacker Brian Urlacher. Celebrating our 2-year anniversary all through the month of June. It's total non-stop action wrestling.
You have just seen an example of the unpredictable nature of total non-stop action wrestling. The entire month of June, we'll be reliving some of the most memorable moments in our history to commemorate our 2-year anniversary. Join us every week on Fox Sports for Impact. And don't forget, it's every Wednesday, exclusively on pay-per-view. It's total non-stop action. It's wrestling reinvented. The following contest for total non-stop action impact is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. About to make his way to the ring from 20,000 leagues under the sea, this is Surf Boy. One of the cult favorites in wrestling, he's received mainstream crossover media coverage as the subject of both MTV and Discovery Channel features, and he's known for his finishing move, the Dead Sea Drop. And his opponent, standing 6'8", weighing in at 340 pounds, he is the Monster Abyss. For nearly a year, he's been one of the most physically dominant, one of the most physically imposing forces in total non-stop action wrestling. He stands 6 feet 8 inches tall. He weighs in excess of 340 pounds. And he's not only unpredictable, he's uncontrollable. He's the Monster Abyss.
But Mike, you know, you called him uncontrollable, but we have noticed that there is one person that seems to have some sort of control over this monster.
And I'm still trying to figure that out. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Goldilocks, the ex-girlfriend of our former NWA Director of Authority, Eric Watson. How do you explain the control that she seems to have over this Monster Abyss?
Well, we look at her as kind of a civil type of character anyway. I mean, she's crazy, and obviously she has something in her demeanor that Abyss just seems to follow. I mean, he's like a puppy dog to her.
Almost as if there's something that he relates to, I guess is what you're saying. As Shark Boy is able to duck the clothesline, and there you see,
well, there you see Goldilocks.
Look at her backstage, looking on, watching this matchup involving Abyss.
Well, she's driving Abyss on. She's just telling him to destroy everybody. If you see, Shark Boy gets caught in the clutches of the Monster Abyss, and I mean, this is just a mismatch. Oh, man.
Shark Boy went high risk. Abyss caught him in mid-move. Look out!
Oh!
Charges into Shark Boy right into the turnbuckles.
You know, you talked about it, about Goldilocks and the control she has over this guy, and she just drives him on, and you can see right here as he's going.
Shark Boy able to slip out of the torture rack.
Oh,
you're not going to slip out of that, Shark Boy. Black hole slam equals a 3 count. The winner of the match, Abyss.
He never stood a chance.
Abyss remains totally dominant in total non-stop action wrestling. Let's take another look at the monster who winds up Shark Boy, power
Takes him down with the black hole slam. The 3 count. It's academic. What win?
One of the most incredible finishing moves that we've ever seen in total nonstop action wrestling. The black hole slam. And there we see Popeye, who is celebrating his 75th anniversary. And you can see Popeye at the Islands of Adventure at Universal Orlando Resorts.
Up next, the NWA tag titles are at stake.
Tag team in total nonstop action wrestling today. America's Most Wanted challenge Kid Cash and Dallas for the NWA World Tag Team titles. Coming up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit and is for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. About to make their way to the ring, they are the team of Wildcat Chris Harris and Cowboy James Storm. They are America's Most Wanted.
For 2 years, AMW has dominated the tag team division. On 3 occasions, they've been NWA World's Tag Team Champions, but for the past 2 months, they've had to deal with the outspoken Kid Cash, who claims that he and Dallas, not AMW, not Storm and Harris, are the best tag team going today. And there you see the Wildcat Chris Harris, the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm, in the role of the challengers on Impact.
And their opponents, they are the current, reigning, and defending NWA Tag Team Champions of the world. They are the notorious KID, Kid Cash, and Dallas.
Since regaining the NWA World's Tag Team titles in April, Kid Cash and Dallas have insisted that they are the best tag team in the business. Conveniently, purposely, overlooking America's Most Wanted. Think about this, Don. The size and power of this man, the 6'9" Dallas. The speed and agility of his tag team partner, Kid Cash. They may have the perfect combination.
You know, we always talk about it, that perfect combination of size and speed. But you know something, Mike, today, we've been looking for this matchup ever since Kid Cash boldly stated that they were the best tag team in the world. We wondered, how could you make that claim? America's Most Wanted has held the NWA Tag Team title belt 3 times on total nonstop action wrestling.
And here we go, the Tag Team Championship belts on the line. You see senior official Rudy Charles displaying the gold to the crowd here on hand for Impact.
There's going to be something interesting about this match, Mike, today, and I want to tell everybody about it. Whoever wins this match, whether it's the defending champions or whether it's America's Most Wanted, next week the title, or Wednesday night, on the pay-per-view, the title will be on the line again. And you know who the opponent's going to be?
Tell me who?
It's going to be up to you, the fan. Go to TNAWrestling.com, and you, the fan, will choose the opponents of the victors tonight on next Wednesday's pay-per-view.
What a great way to get the fans involved. TNAWrestling.com. You can vote to see who will get a title shot next Wednesday on the TNA pay-per-view. Now, that's being interactive. Of course, the Fox box at the top of the screen shows you that in championship matchups on Impact, we have a 30-minute time limit. And again, keep in mind, if the match goes to a time limit draw, we do have a judge in attendance who will render a decision.
America's Most Wanted, of course, one of the most famous tag teams in total nonstop action wrestling history. But they're a team that has not been together for a long while. They're a team that might be a little rusty because Wildcat Chris Harris was on a heavyweight title run, trying to get the title. Cowboy James Storm is being paired up with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I'm wondering if maybe the time off, Mike, the time that they've not been together, may make them a little rusty as they go into this title match today.
I want to point out another of the things that makes us different. You can't keep your titles by being disqualified. A loss is a loss is a loss. Whether you lose by disqualification or not, you lose the championship belts.
As you see right there, Cowboy James Storm, just turns Kid Cash inside out with a clothesline.
Tennessee Cowboy takes down Cash, turns things over to his partner, the Wildcat Chris Harris. Watch the double team from AMW.
The elbow by Cowboy James Storm right into the chest of Kid Cash, took the air out of him, and Wildcat Chris Harris can finish it right here.
Harris hit the face jam, goes for the cover, but Dallas races in to break it up and make the save.
Oh, the big 6'9" Dallas got that big boot in there just in time to break it up. But Wildcat Chris Harrison, look at this. It's almost like riding a bicycle. These guys are right back in the flow of things with the quick tags and the teamwork, and there they go.
Think of how the six-sided ring affects tag team matches in a unique way. Talking to the wrestlers, they tell me that cutting off the ring is harder to accomplish than in a four-sided ring. There's more space. There's more total non-stop action.
Right now, America's Most Wanted has had the momentum. Kid Cash, though, oh, what a counter. As he held onto the ropes, as Cowboy James Storm went back, and when Storm went back at Kid Cash put his neck right on the top of the ropes, and you know that had to hurt, and here comes Dallas.
Hot shot style move by Cash on the Tennessee Cowboy. Turns things over to his quote-unquote family member, and he refuses to tell us what relation Dallas is. Watch the double team there. Dallas elevates Cash, but now Dallas, the legal man, goes for the cover, hooks a leg, gets just a 2 count.
Oh, you can see right there is the pin almost.
Hold on. We need to take a break. The tape machines are rolling while we're away. The NWA Tag Team title matchup continues on Impact. We're back on Impact, and the battle for the NWA World's Tag Team title rages on. Don, while we were away, we had the videotape machines rolling. Let's take a look at the replay of this move.
Watch this super kick here by Cowboy James Storm as he just plants Kid Cash right on the chin. And again, it was another situation where he almost had the pin, but 6'9" Dallas came in and made the save, and the action has been total nonstop.
And Kid Cash goes for the cover. You talk about a nonchalant pin attempt. Cash thought that he had the Tennessee Cowboy put away, but Storm was able to avoid the pin. Imperative for Storm to get to the corner, to get the fresh man, the Wildcat Chris Harrison, to the match.
Oh, this is Kid Cash's moment right out here, right now. He knows that if they can come away with this victory, nobody can doubt Kid Cash and Dallas. Nobody can doubt, because they've beaten the one team that everybody said was the best in total nonstop action wrestling, and that's America's Most Wanted. And Kid Cash and Dallas, we talked about it. They are the tag team champions, and why? Because of their unbelievable continuity out in the ring. They have the size, they have the strength, they have the speed. They really work together, and Mike, they've been so far undefeated and undisputed.
Don, almost as if on cue. Look what they're doing. Check out this double team move. Cash,
You gotta be kidding!
He's going up to the shoulder. Moonsault took too much time climbing up the body and up to the shoulders of his partner Dallas, and he was not able to connect. Kid Cash, he just crashed and burned. Can Storm make his way over to his partner Harris and get the tag in? Reach back, James. There it is. Hot tag to the Wildcat.
Wildcat Chris Harris, the southpaw, raining the blows right there on the head of Dallas. Kid Cash, what a move. If he would have connected on head flip, it would have been the end of America's Most Wanted. But again, like you said, it took too much time, and now you've got the Wildcat in there, and he's fired up. And there it goes.
Cross body block. 2. No, the kick out.
So close.
You saw those repeated left arm lariats. The clotheslines from the Wildcat. Couldn't take down this big man Dallas, but he did take him down with the crossbody. Shot off into the ropes. Harris stucks the clothesline.
Did you see that?
I saw it come back. Oh, no. Broken up at the last second by Cash.
Well, Kid Cash was right there at the right place at the right time, and you can see Cowboy James Storm took offense to it as he comes in and hauls Kid Cash out, but now he's stuck in the ring with Dallas.
Going to take him up to his shoulder. Dallas has Storm in trouble. Kid Cash directing traffic.
Here he
Cash goes to the top. Double team move. That's the... Oh, he calls that the blackout. Cash, perfect frog splash.
Oh my gosh, that's what I'm talking about, but the spear by Wildcat Chris Harris hit perfectly.
He hit the spear on Cash. Oh, but the big boot from Dallas takes down Harris.
Oh man, nobody has survived that move by Cash and Dallas, but you saw AMW do it, but just...
We roll.
Here we go.
1, 2. Got it. New champs. They did it again.
The winners of the match and new NWA Tag Team Champions of the World, America's Most Wanted.
For the 4th time, AMW becomes NWA Tag Champs. Think about it, Don. Wednesday night, AMW, they're going to make their first title defense. Go to TNAWrestling.com to vote for their opponents. Look at the replay.
Here it is right there, as you see, Kid Cash laying right there, and Wildcat Chris Harris getting the quick roll up on Dallas, and there it is. And for the 4th time, America's Most Wanted are NWA Tag Team Champions.
Poetic justice as AMW scores the win. This always a judge to render the decision. In the case of a draw, wait until you see who the judge is this week. And welcome back, everyone, to iMPACT on Fox Sportsnet. This week, we've been talking about a special judge that we have in attendance tonight. And allow me to introduce him to you. He's a former three-time NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. He's the legendary, he's the charismatic American Dream, the one and only Dusty Rhodes. Sportsnet, isn't it?
I tell you what, you talk about impact. Impact heard around the world. Impact heard in over 4,800 million countries around the world. It is a major impact. And the impact is tradition lives at TNA.
Let's talk about tradition, Dusty. Let's talk about the 50-plus years of history behind the gold, behind the NW World's Heavyweight Championship belt that you know oh so well.
When you talk about NWA history, you talk about the tradition of Lou Thayers. You talk about the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. You talk about Jack Briscoe, Harley Race, Terry Funk, The Truth, AJ Styles, and you talk about the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. That's tradition. That's what we all about at TNA.
Dusty, let's talk about this past Wednesday, the TNA pay-per-view, the historic first ever King of the Mountain, and it was Jeff Jarrett who became the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion once again.
You know, for a long time, I really believed that Jeff Jarrett was a brother in tradition. He was a brother in the old school ways of representing, respecting, holding to high esteem the NWA World Heavyweight title. But after a while, then he changed his spots, I think, for the almighty dollar. You know what I'm talking about?
What you talking about, sir?
So the bottom line with this situation is, he is.
Well, what? Now what?
And there he is, the new King of the Mountain, the three-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Jarrett. And I mentioned it, he became King of the Mountain last Wednesday night on the TNA pay-per-view. A match that people are calling one of the greatest title matches in TNA history. And you can still see it. Go to TNAWrestling.com and you can find out what time the replay is in your area to watch that King of the Mountain match and see about one of the greatest matches in total non-stop action wrestling history.
Dusty, just look at you. What are you even doing here, Dusty? Dusty, I was 15, 16 years old. I admired you. I respected you. I was even grateful to you, Dusty, for the things that you taught me about professional wrestling. Dusty, Dream, that was 20 years ago. And you were in the twilight of your career then. Dusty, I don't get it. You don't even realize I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to, seriously, Dusty, look at me. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to keep you from embarrassing yourself over and over and over again.
Oh, that's disrespect,
Dusty,
right there.
What is it, the money? You need 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 20, 200 bucks? Dusty, listen. There's a place for guys like you in this business. It's just not standing next to the 3-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. It's not looking eye to eye with the King of the Mountain. Dusty, it's not being in the ring, my ring. All right, I get it. Let me spell it for you out a little different. You people, you TNA and you Dusty Rhodes, okay? A little example. It's high noon in Wild Wild West. Dusty, you understand this. You're John Wayne, you're the sheriff, 10-gallon hat. You've come riding into town. I'm the local villain. The way we're gonna settle our differences is, I'll tell you what we're gonna do, Dusty, okay? I'm gonna take 5 steps forward, no, 5 paces forward. And when I turn around, if you ain't out of Dodge, I'm gonna run you out. Deal? Oh. Here we go. 1, 2, Dusty, you better be gone. 3, 4, 5. Dusty, you better be gone.
Well, he's not gone. As you see, Dusty Rhodes didn't take kindly to the disrespect that Jeff Jarrett has just shown him right here. And here he goes, giving it right back. But oh, Jarrett catches him with a kick, catches him with a right, catches him with another right, another right. Oh, man, Dusty Rhodes, he couldn't stay in there. I mean, he couldn't take it anymore from Jeff Jarrett. Now Jeff Jarrett's grabbed the guitar. Oh, no, don't. We don't need to see this like today. Wait a minute. Ron the Truth Killings has just come in to save Dusty Rhodes. As you see it right here, Jeff Jarrett with the guitar, and he lands it right on Ron the Truth Killings. Hits it perfectly. And there's BG James, and there's Conan. 2 of the 3 members of the 3 Live Crew, and the other one,
Jeff Jarrett! Jeff Jarrett! It seems to me you remind me a little of Eddie Van Halen. Without your guitar, you ain't nothing but a mortal man. Now you have El Kabonged, the last member of the 3 Live Crew. I promise you this, Jeff Jarrett. Wednesday on pay-per-view, you will have to answer to the 3 Live Crew.
There you hear it from BG James. When we return to Impact, it's the newest member of our broadcast team, Shane Douglas. He'll be talking with this man, the NWA's Director of Authority, Vince Russo. Shane Douglas to talk with Russo when we return on Impact.
It has transformed the shape of the wrestling business.
You know, I'll never forget the first ever X Division matchup that I announced. And a line just came to me right in the middle of that match that I still believe today. The X Division, it's not about weight limits, it's about no limits.
It's a style of wrestling you won't see anywhere else.
We've invented the X Division, we perfected it, and we brought it to a whole new level.
One word comes to mind when I'm talking about the X Division, and that's innovation. These guys top themselves every time out.
The next step, the evolution of this business, it's happening here, and it's happening right now, and it's happening with the X Division.
You know, there are moves from the X Division that you'll see no place else. Some of the most incredible, high-risk, top-rope offense ever in the history of the business. If you think about it, the X Division is what separates us from everybody else.
X Division champion Kazarian now looks ahead to a list of next challengers. The man who comes out on top will face Kazarian this Wednesday night on pay-per-view. Coming up next.
Hey, it's the franchise Shane Douglas, and after that huge X Division video package, all I can say is wow. We're standing by for a big four-way match. The only thing we have to find out is who are the four contestants. I'm standing here with Mr. Vince Russo, Director of Authority. Vince, I'm dying to know. We know who three of the contestants are. Who's number four?
Well, Shane, you know that Total Nonstop Action, this is the land of opportunity. And this week, four individuals came up to me. They wanted this match. The winner of this match will face Kazarian for the title on Wednesday night. We know who three opponents are. I know who the fourth opponent is. Wait till you find out.
Oh, I can't wait. Hey, let's go down to the ring. It's time for this huge X Division match.
Three of the four men are already in the ring for our Impact main event. There you see Chris Sabin, Primetime, and Michael Shane as well. It's the best of the X to determine a number one contender. Who's the fourth going to be?
Making his way to the ring from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 215 pounds, he is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Can you believe it, Mike? Today, AJ Styles back in the X Division. I cannot believe he wanted to become back into this innovative division in Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. It almost goes together. X Division, AJ Styles, he's back.
Think about it, Don. In the past 2 years, Styles has done it all. Two-time X Division champion, two-time NWA Tag Champ, two-time NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, and the phenomenal AJ Styles is going back to his roots. One of the founding members of the X Division is back home, fighting in this Best of the X match to determine a number one contender to the reigning champion Kazarian. Who's going to get the title shot next Wednesday on pay-per-view?
Hold on to your seatbelts, folks, because this is action like you've never seen it. You have three former X Division champions in the ring, and then you have another person in Primetime who is a World X Cup trophy holder, and also one of, if not the best, X Division member never to have held the title.
Michael Shane was taking it to Chris Sabin before Styles comes in, and now Primetime scales right up over the back and takes down Styles.
You can see right there, Primetime. And there goes Chris Sabin right after him. And Primetime ducks, and Chris Sabin goes over the ring.
Sabin running clothesline, takes Primetime down to the floor. It's Michael Shane in the ring with AJ Styles. Michael Shane around the business his entire life. The cousin of Shawn Michaels, and you're right, Don, a former X Division champion as well, looking to regain the gold.
AJ Styles connects perfectly.
Caught him with the drop kick right in the face of Michael Shane.
This crowd has been chanting for AJ Styles all night. They were as surprised as heavily as we were when he came out for this unbelievable. Oh, and you saw Chris Sabin go all the way across the ring.
Sabin hit the springboard drop kick on Styles. Watch Primetime back into the ring. Clothesline takes down Sabin. Covered out by Primetime. Gets two. No. Kick out by Sabin.
Again, we'll let you know the winner of this match Wednesday night on the pay-per-view. Amongst all the action that you can get for only $9.95, the winner of this match takes on Kazarian for the X Division Championship.
Primetime matrix out. Hit the leg lariat. Follow cover, but you see Michael Shane made the save. Duck the enziguri. Shane follows up big right hands to the side of the head of Primetime. Repeated blows to the head. Now Shane's going to shoot him off. Fires Primetime off into the ropes.
Oh, and you see Michael Shane just taking the momentum and pulling Primetime back behind him and just slamming him onto the mat.
Elevated him overhead. You're right, Don. Drove him right down to the canvas. Can Michael Shane put Primetime away? Can Michael Shane gain the shot at Kazarian Wednesday night in the pay-per-view?
I'll tell you what, AJ Styles, yes, he held the X Division belt twice. Chris Sabin held the X Division belt. But Michael Shane at one time held the X Division belt longer than anybody in Total Nonstop Action Wrestling history.
And Shane continues the offensive on Primetime. But who is that outside?
Oh, AJ
That was AJ that hooked reversal by Shane, connecting with the overhead vertical suplex on Styles. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Primetime's got Saban. Oh, and powers him down. Cover, far legs hook. Michael Shane in to make the save.
I'm telling you right now, folks, you have to realize that whoever scores the pin, he's the one that gets the title shot. So the other two members have got to get out there and break it up. They've got to do whatever they can. They've got to have eyes in the back of their head to try to stop it. As you see Michael Shane slamming down Primetime face first.
Planted him DDT, far leg hook. Oh, who broke it up there? That was AJ in to make the save.
You know, AJ Styles has been involved in the NWA World Heavyweight title picture for almost a year now. And you wonder, is he ready to get back into the X Division? These guys do it every single day. But AJ Styles, one of the best this business has ever seen.
Styles flips back into the ring. Ducking the clothesline. Gonna spring back off the middle rope.
He's got him.
Yeah! Caught him. Dropped him. Inverted style. Look out. Saban breaks it up. Smart move by Saban because he stays alive in the match.
I'll tell you something about Chris Saban, and you and I talk about this all the time. This guy is so young, but he's so mature in the ring. Going to be one of the best that this sport will ever see. And you see right now AJ Styles trying to roll him up. But Chris Saban just keeps the momentum going and using his strength. And Chris Saban just reverses it right on AJ Styles.
Caught him with the DDT. Saban cover. No! Got the shoulder up. AJ just at the last split second.
AJ Styles was almost done, and Chris Saban almost had the shot at Kazarian next week. And oh, Chris Saban sets Primetime up and drills him with the kick.
Basement drop kick from Saban on Primetime. Wow! Michael Shane just took him right overhead. Can Michael Shane make the cover? Could get the pin? No, he's not going to go for the pin attempt. He's going to drag him back towards the middle of the ring. Michael Shane's going to go high risk.
Here he goes. Michael Shane going to try to end it right here. Unbelievable. Four great athletes. And one of them is, of course, AJ Styles back in the X Division. And AJ not going to let Michael Shane go high risk as he takes him right onto the rope. Ouch.
Watch Primetime.
Here he goes. Tightrope walking. I don't believe it. And he sends him outside. The crowd goes crazy.
Spectacular move by Primetime. Snapped off the Hurricane Rana on Shane, and they both crash down to the floor. Back in the ring. Oh, man, German suplex attempt by Saban. Styles landed on his feet.
Can you believe that AJ Styles was able to land on his feet like that? The guy's like a cat. Unbelievable. But Chris Saban, not to be deterred, goes for it. But AJ Styles sends it right out of the ring, right onto Primetime.
He just flung him right between the ring ropes. You're right, and Saban crashes into Primetime on the floor. What's AJ going to do?
AJ Styles, you know everybody's looking at it. Everybody's thinking about it. Here goes AJ.
AJ's going to fly.
And he catches Primetime.
Sensational flip dive by the phenomenal AJ Styles on Primetime.
I'll tell you what, think about it. The judge might have a hard decision to make. Only 4 minutes left in this match. If somebody doesn't score a pinfall, who do you decide? Who do you choose? As Michael Shane and Chris Saban right now, right in the middle of the ring.
Saban takes Shane up. Reverse now. And, Michael Shane shot him in shoulder first, directly into the steel ring post.
Oh, man, caught him right on that left shoulder, and you can see.
Oh, he's setting up for the super kick.
Oh, yes, he is.
He's measuring him. Watch AJ.
AJ Styles has got him.
Sunset flip.
When he's going to pull him up.
He's not going for the, he's going for the Styles clash. Styles clash by AJ. He rolls him over.
Two. He's got it.
He did it. AJ gets a title shot.
The winner of the match and receiving an X Division title shot this Wednesday, AJ Styles.
There you see the champion, Kazarian, coming down the entrance ramp with the belt in hand. But there's the winner. He's back in the X Division. He returned to his roots, and AJ Styles did it.
What is going through Kazarian's mind right now? He realizes